playing Zinchenko as an auxiliary midfielder, tucking in from the left back to the midfield, making Gabriel Magalhaes, who is a left-sided central defender, to play two positions, playing as a left back, auxiliary left back, while when Zinchenko vacates that position, while at the same time playing as a left-sided centre back. Gabriel does a yeoman's job doing that job, because most of the time, before Zinchenko comes back when we lose the ball, Gabriel has to fill in that space, moving. That means Saliba now pushes upwards, then Ben White tucks in. But nobody's going to give him Arteta the praise for the system he creates. But if that was Pep or an English manager, they'll be hoisting him. It's unfortunate that some even what actually irks me. So let's talk Mikel Arteta. I think Mikel Arteta is one of the most underrated, undermined young manager in England. For some reason, Arteta doesn't get the flowers it deserves in the press, in the football world, particularly in England. For 1 minute, if Mikel Arteta was English, do you think he will get more accolades for his achievements in relative terms? I'm not saying he has won the league or Champions League, but for a young career who started as a full manager 3 years ago, let's not forget, Arteta, this is his first rodeo as a manager. He was an assistant manager at Manchester City. This is his first rodeo as a full manager. He has won the FA Cup in his first half season. Eight in the first season when he came in half season. Then second season was 8, then 5th, then 2nd. Come on, let's give him some flowers. Let's give him some flowers for the style of football. One thing the media, even some Arsenal fans who do not, up to today, do not want to support Arteta wholeheartedly, fail to understand that Zinchenko was bought from Man City. Zinchenko was not playing inverted fullback at Man City. He was never. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But at Arsenal, Arteta actually provided a system that made players flourish. Playing Zinchenko as an auxiliary midfielder, tucking in from the left back to the midfield, making Gabriel Magalhaes, who is a left-sided central defender, to play two positions, playing as a left back, auxiliary left back, while when Zinchenko vacates that position, while at the same time playing as a left-sided centre back. Gabriel does a yeoman's job doing that job, because most of the time, before Zinchenko comes back when we lose the ball, Gabriel has to fill in that space, moving. That means Saliba now pushes upwards, then Ben White tucks in. But nobody's going to give him Arteta the praise for the system he creates. But if that was Pep or an English manager, they'll be hoisting him. It's unfortunate that some even what actually irks me and annoys me the most is that some Arsenal fans, because it was not their first choice and it's not a big name, will never give him his kudos, which is crazy. But based on merit, Arteta has done a fantastic job. I remember 3 years ago when I was watching ESPN, and a question was posed that out of Arteta, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Lampard, who will be the best man, who will win more trophies? And everybody was going for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, followed by Lampard, and Arteta was the least. And Arteta has proven the pundits wrong, some section of the Arsenal fan base wrong, and the rival fans wrong. There's a method to Arteta's madness. He plays attacking football, free-flowing football. He likes to play on the front foot. He's not a coward. He's not a coward. If Mikel Arteta was English, and after this, look at what he did. He competed for the league this season. Klopp couldn't do it. Ten Hag couldn't do it. If Arteta was English, Talk Sports, Sky Sports will be singing his praises every day, twice on Sunday. But no. Everybody shrugging their shoulders. Everybody like, yeah, but he bottled it. You think if Arteta has access to the same resources as Pep, he wouldn't have won the league? You actually think so? If Arteta had the same resources that Pep had, I believe 110% he would have won the league. Let's not forget, Pep won the Champions League last Saturday. And I remember a question was posed to Pep, and I was asked, what's the secret to winning trophies? And he said, good players. Unfortunately, the media will not actually want to talk about that because it doesn't suit their narrative. I was surprised that nobody wanted to talk about that. I've been saying it for a long time, and I maintain the stand. I'm not saying Pep is not a fantastic player. I'm not saying just having good players will make you a fantastic manager. No. The key ingredient is having good players. I don't care how great you are as a manager. If you do not have the players to execute, your philosophy or what you're thinking mentally, there's nothing you can do. Pep himself, arguably the best manager right now, said the key secret to winning trophies is good players, and that is it. Now, I'm not saying some managers can have good players and bomb it up. It happens. But for the most part, if you're a good manager, you have good players, it's a match made in heaven. There is nothing as a start. There's nothing comes close to it. It's like a good chef with good cooking ingredients and utensils. Now, a fantastic chef with bad ingredients, I don't care how great your culinary skills are, you cannot outmaneuver or beat a decent cook with the best ingredients and utensils. So no matter how Pep is a fantastic manager, if he doesn't have access to the kind of players he can get at Man City, he will not be playing the kind of football or delivering the trophies he's delivering. So I find it funny with the resources that Arteta is exposed to, what he has done. I'm not saying Arteta hasn't spent money, but compared to Pep or compared to Manchester United, compared to Chelsea, are you having a laugh? Arteta has done a fantastic job. But Arsenal fans, unfortunately, not all Arsenal fans, there's a section of Arsenal fans that will never say or appreciate the work Arteta has done. Now, for the rival fans, come on. Football is tribalistic. I don't expect them to actually openly give Arteta his credit, even though secretly they might admit he's a fantastic manager. The pundits, they are there to gaslight. They are there to run narratives. So I don't expect them, especially the English press, they will never give Arteta his full dues or flowers. They will never, because it's part of their job. They're not fair and straight and logical. It's all emotions and narratives, an agenda. So I'm not surprised. But some of us will continue to push objectivity and the truth. Arteta is a fantastic manager. Can he still do more? Yes, provided the Cronkies back him. I see Arteta winning us the Champions League, the league, and he might do a treble if we back him properly. I've seen enough that Arteta is good. I understand I criticized him for playing holding because I thought I was right. I've vindicated. I understand he tried to fit holding into a system, but you cannot polish a third. Holding wasn't just good enough. No matter how you want to help a player, if a player is not good enough, there's nothing you can do. You're as good as your utensils in this context, as good as your players. Now, there are managers that have access to good players and don't work, like i.e. Carlos Queiroz, who was an assistant to Alex Ferguson and went to Real Madrid. I couldn't pull up his weight. It happens. Those are exceptions to the rules. But good managers and good players, most of the time, work out. So let me know what you think about Mikel Arteta in the comment section. Do you think he will turn out to be a world-class manager like Pep? Or do you think he's a flash in the pan? Or do you think he's a pretender? Let me know what you think of Mikel Arteta in the comment section. Do not forget, if you like my content and you enjoy what I'm doing, subscribe. Show support by subscribing. Show support by liking the video for the growth of this channel, and let us push it through the algorithm. Very important. And make sure your notification bells are turned on, and I'll see you guys on the next one.